Good morning everybody and welcome to another Dota 2 Shitcast. Today we are looking at a replay that really just had a poetic description, a beautiful description that I just cannot even begin to... Let me just read it out to you, right? I was playing Dota 2 with a few of my League of Legends friends. And these are the games. And then a bunch of replays and he points at one. This is the worst. And here we are. Oh, I am excited. Are you guys excited? Because I am excited. So yeah, welcome to another Dota 2 Shitcast. As per usual, the rules for the shitcasting are... I'm gonna need new replays and I'm gonna need you guys to tell me if you wanna see more. Right? So leave all of that shit down below. Like there's an entire YouTube section dedicated to both of those functions. So go ahead. Anyway. We've got a Skyrive mage up at the top, and an anti-mage, and an OD. So the classic anti-mage OD, a double off-lane going up against the safe lane carry Skyrive. We do have a lifestealer in the jungle, starting out with Belt of Strength. Is he gonna die here? Yeah, okay, well, good work, my friend. That was exceptional. We have a Necrophos starting out with boots, Pudge going with the Windlace, so smaller boots, a little bit more regen on his side. Bottom lane we have a Dragon Knight, also why? And then a Bane with Windlace. Night Stalker picking up some early boots here, and we have Doom, Iron Talon jungling. Okay, you know what, I can actually kind of respect this build. I mean, if you're gonna be jungling with Doom early on, this is actually probably the best way to do it. Right? Like, I'm not saying you should, but if you're gonna do it, then that's a good way to do it. But yeah, I mean, that about sums it up here, I guess. Both sides have the jungler that is, I think, required to be accepted into... Did you just... Why? Why? Just think about this for 1 second, man. 1 second. 40% of the current HP. 40%. This one has full HP. This one... Oh my... That is upsetting to me. That is upsetting to me. I'll be completely honest with you. Why? Well, come on, man. This isn't witchcraft. Okay. By the way, this guy doesn't have a healing potion. It's just replays are buggy. But I feel like you guys know this by now, right? Like, I feel like everybody's aware that replays are buggy as shit. Lifestealer is still working on the same camp. He did manage to kill the big creep, though. So, progress, right? Like, he did manage to get them. At least something. At the bottom, the Night Stalker kind of trying to fight it out a little bit with the Bane. I don't need skills. I'll be honest with you. Probably fairly accurate description of his skill level. Right? Like, at least he's aware of it. Not going, no, get the last hit, man. How many last hit does he have? He got 4, okay. I mean, actually 49 isn't half bad. Pudge is winning that mid lane pretty harsh, though. Like... And honestly, Pudge is not a good mid. He just isn't. You shouldn't play Pudge mid. If you play Pudge mid, you kind of should expect to lose the mid, right? And Necrophos can definitely beat up a Pudge too. So, yeah, he's not being aggressive enough though, right? Like, you gotta use his death pulse and shit. You also gotta make sure to get the last hits. As Necrophos, they actually provide you with more than just money. They're quite important. But alright, alright. Anti-mage in the meantime, just sitting up in the top, farming it up, going for magic wand it seems. So already picking up the magic stick here. You know what, I can actually get behind that. I kind of like that. You know, since he is going up against the Skyrive mage, he's spamming a lot, just saying, hey, you know what, I know what is happening here, right? Like, Skyrive mage is going to be spamming me, so I might as well get an item that I know deals with that. And I think that's a good idea, right? It's pretty clever. Lifestealer still in the jungle. Why would you start with a Belt of Strength? This is just a mystery to me, right? Like, there's not even anything you can build early on this grade with a Belt of Strength. The first time a Lifestealer needs a Belt of Strength is for his Basher. And that usually comes after the Armlet, potentially Echo Saber Desolator, Assault Cross, right? Like, it's just like boots, right? There's so many things that come in between there. I mean, I guess you could go for Power Treads. Seems that that's what he's doing, picking up the Glows of Fate. So, just general rule for jungling. Get a shield, get an Iron Talon, please. Right? Like, get those two things. That way you can actually jungle. Without those things, it's really not really that doable. And you're wasting your time. Lifestealer shouldn't jungle in the first place. He's not a very good jungler. Right? Like, Lifestealer is one of those heroes where, can he jungle? Yes. Should he? No, because he just farms faster in the lane. Right? He can sustain himself. He can do it. He just isn't very quick. Which means that if you just sit in a lane, put the Lifestealer on his top lane, right? Like, he would actually have more money than he has right now. Maybe, I don't know. Necrophos is still struggling to last it, so... In the past 3 minutes, this Necrophos has gotten 3 last hits. Naughty nice. Just kind of getting there. He also has a casual observer ward in his inventory, just making sure that he sees things. I guess. I don't know, man. So far, there hasn't been a lot of fighting. I'm not too surprised by that, right? Like, at lower skill levels, people tend to be a little bit afraid. The thing is that we are here to really get excited for the fights when they happen. But they'll be rare and in between, and, you know, like, that's kind of the thing. Now, I guess since we have a moment right now, I just really quickly want to talk about the kind of replays I'm looking for these games, right? At this stage, I think it's really important that you guys actually include a description, because I'm getting a lot of replay submissions for the Shitcast, right? I'm getting a lot of them, and a lot of them are just like, here is a replay, and then there's no description. And I usually take a look anyway, but it just takes a long time for me to, like, filter through all of them. And then you gotta keep in mind, I, like, do multiple of these for each video that I upload, because not every replay is actually funny. So, you know, I kind of, you know, if you guys could help me out a little bit and give me a description, that would be super awesome. Alright, that would be great. Also, please don't include replays that are, like, stomps. Nobody wants to see that. Right? Nobody wants to see bad players stomp other bad players. That's uninteresting. Thank you. Because I'm getting far too many submissions of that, too. Anyway. So Night Stalkers are just sitting down here, still farming it up. Mid lane. Oh, the Pudge is going in. Oh, no, he's scared. Scared Pudge. Well, admittedly, it's probably the right call. I don't know. Like, the Necro could likely just drop an ultimate on him. He wasn't even there! Like, you know where he is! And it's not here! Look, okay? Now he's over here, and then you throw the hook! What?! You can see him too! Oh shit, my Necro was in the ground now. Look at that, you know that he's not there! You know he's here! Why are you hooking over here?! This is upsetting. This is definitely upsetting. And come on, man. There's nobody there. Alright. Lifestealer now has his power treads. I mean, at this point, he can actually juggle, but he's still only level 3. Like, that's the thing, right? That's what I mean, Lifestealer is not very fast. I mean, 7 minutes into the game, he's level 3. Alright, like, general hero level, it's a little bit higher than that. And I feel like, you know, Lifestealer should maybe be on the top there. He shouldn't be at the very bottom. I feel like you're doing things wrong in that regard. Oh no, I missed it. Oh no. Oh no, what are you doing? What are you doing? He just walks in like that. Wait, didn't he have vision? Yeah, he just sees him. Okay, he loses vision there. Oh, but you had so much time to drop that ultimate. Okay. Okay. You had so much time. Nice Stalker maxing out Hunter in the night. This is terrible, by the way. There's no reason to ever do this, right? Just go for Void. This is a very powerful nuke. This is a little bit of additional movement speed and attack speed. Right? Like, it's just not comparable. Get the Void. This is a very powerful ability. It really hurts. Pudge going back to base now. Well, he's carrying a casual TP. I wonder what he's going for. Ring of Health. So what I've seen so far is like these low... Wait, you guys got 2 couriers? Or is this just buggy? No, this is just buggy. Okay, you guys don't have 2 couriers. Yeah. Alright, that would have been... I mean, I'm already impressed you guys got 1 in the first place. But this is not 2 couriers. This is just the game freaking out. It does that. Don't worry about that. But yeah, Pudges, I've noticed really like going for that Hood of Defiance. It could also be an Ethelons. I mean, I really like the Ethelons. I think Ethelons on Patch is basically a must-have, right? The Hood is something that in this particular game, I feel like would even be a good call. Right, even though it is the standard option, you gotta keep in mind, you know, what are you going up against? You have the Skywrath Mage, lots of magic damage there, and especially like Skywrath kind of works well against you because you want to stand there and channel, and Skywrath drops an ultimate on you. Right, you have the Necrophos, lots of magic damage. This guy not so much, and the other two heroes also a little bit limited, but there is a little bit from the Dragon Knight with the Breathe Fire, you know, but it's still a matter of just like these two heroes alone, I feel like justified, especially if you keep in mind, you know, Patch is dealing magic damage to himself with the Rot and all of that. So yeah, I think the Hood here wouldn't even be too bad. Just gonna run in and start eating. Or not. Just gets an ultimate dropped on his face and is dead now. No, you need to use your Q, man! Deny. Does he get it? Yeah, he gets it. Alright. The Heartstopper aura. There's always a chance that it just sneaks in the kill really quick. You never know, but oh man, you gotta use your Q. You have a spell that does a little bit of damage. It's really not that powerful, but it does a little bit. It's really only 200 damage. It's not that strong, but it does do a little bit of damage, so please use it. Spell Shield. Okay, so this is one of those things where I feel like the lower players overthink things. Because they're like, oh, I'm going up against Skywrath, and he's like casting on me all the time. I get more Spell Shield. The problem with Spell Shield is that this early on is just not that good. Right, you're just not getting that much value out of it. And you should just get the Blink instead. Right, like the additional HP you gain from leveling up Spell Shield is really insignificant. It's really not that much. You've got the Necrophos coming in here. Can he do it? Okay, blink out. The blast is still gonna follow anti-mage. He'll be fine though, and it barely does any damage. Oh, Lifestealer's here! He wanted to go for the anti-mage. Gets eaten up by the Patch though. Mana being drained here. Traps him, which will certainly actually save the Lifestealer. So Lifestealer is okay. The Shrine is here, they activate it. Enemy team is still running in. Patch has a hook. Decides, oh, it hit! What? That snuck right through the entire fucking team and hit a guy at the end. Oh my god. Well, that was clearly planned. Wow, I'm very surprised he managed to hit that one. No, you need to click on the ground. Don't click on a hero, you idiot. Oh my god. Did you guys see that? I don't know if anybody even noticed that, right? But look at this. Okay, so Anti-Mage clicked on the hero. Wait, I can't even fucking slow this down. Wait. Okay. Okay, let's slow this down. Right, and then let's go into player perspective. Here, player perspective. Look. He clicked on the... Wait, shit. Okay, maybe we shouldn't do it like this. Never mind. Yeah, now we're on player perspective. Okay. So pay attention to what the anti-mage clicks on. Right, like he's just like... No, okay, he didn't click on the hero. Much worse, he just clicked nowhere, and that's why his character stopped moving. Alright, that's even worse than I thought. I thought he had just clicked on the hero and ran out of vision. Alright, he gets the kill anyway. Is that how it works? That's how it worked in Warcraft 3. I'm not sure if it still works that way in Dota, because I have to admit, I haven't clicked on a hero like that in forever. But I think that's how it works in Dota. Alright, the Doom goes ahead and needs a creep down here. Interesting skill build. I mean, it's not even that horrible, honestly. I wouldn't max out the Scorched Earth. Or the Devour. Really, either one, right? And I wouldn't go halfway into both, but sure. It's just chilling down here. It's got Vladimirs, which is actually pretty decent farm, admittedly. Right, that kind of works. He is the top farm player in the game. But they just drop him really quick. I mean, that is a pretty decent combo here, right? The Fiend Script, your Skywrath Mage coming out as well. That's a lot of damage. That Mystic Flare hurts. It is very, very powerful. I mean, it's one of the highest damaging abilities in the entire game. Is it the highest damaging ability? I mean, like, in the short time frame, it surely has to be. Right? Once you get Aghanims, it certainly is. Like, with Aghanims, god, that thing just does nutty damage, I'm telling you. Oh, I should play Skywrath Mage in Angel Arena sometime. That sounds fun. Huh. Alright, that's besides the point though. I just had an idea. I wanna definitely try that now. Alright. Lifestealer is coming in up here. He's just being a little bit of a sneaky fuck. Alright, and by sneaky fuck, I really mean he's just not doing much. This guy doesn't have much money at all. But at the same time, nobody in this game has any money. It is pretty evenly distributed though, funnily enough. Alright, OD gets jumped up here. He traps one guy, Dragon Knight is still going in. He's now tanking a lot of tower damage. OD is still here. Traps himself. The dire side now decides, no, they really want that kill. Come on, guys! What was that? Oh. Well, the Dragon Knight is lucky that he maxed out the Dragon Blood, right? That really allows him to just tank that tower. What is this? Belt of Strength and Band of Elven Skills. That's Ancient Yasha. Please don't tell me it's Ancient Yasha. Necrophos, no, that doesn't protect you in that scenario, you idiot. It deals more damage. Oh. When will people learn that you take increased magic damage when you activate the W? Alright. I mean, it may actually help a little bit because it slows the patch, I guess, but you get slowed anyway, right? Doesn't really make much of a difference. You're both not moving. Oh well. If he attacks you ever, it's not like he can catch up. Okay, you know what? I'm overanalyzing one situation, but I'm just saying, I'm very passionate about Necrophos. I really like that hero. I find Necrophos to be very, very cool. Doom is still just grinding it up in the jungle. Well, this guy has been in the jungle basically the entire game, and yeah, I'm not too surprised to see him like topping out the net worth, or almost topping out the net worth. The patch now has overtaken him, but you know, like Doom actually gets a lot of money, and that's one of his things, right? He can farm up pretty damn quickly. He's not gonna use Devour here though, because he doesn't want to lose his critical strike, and that's actually like always a little bit of a dilemma playing Doom, isn't it? Right, you don't want to lose your nice ability that you got. At the same time, you really want to use Devour. But hey, what can you do? Right, I'm gonna jump at the bottom. The anti-mage is gonna blink away and be fine. Yeah, these people are really not quite able to actually close out these kills. Doom coming in. He wants to doom somebody. Just kind of dies though. That's unfortunate. Night Stalker stunned up now, taking a lot of damage, but he'll be fine. Anti-mage blinks out as well. Skyriff gets a little bit of additional damage in, but not too much. Not going for the Ancient Seal. Well, that is questionable. Especially going up against an anti-mage. I mean, you would think that you want the Ancient Seal there. And OD. Even Punch. Alright, I mean, if you say so, I just can't really agree. That is definitely weird. Definitely weird. Alright. They're just gonna activate the shrine here. There haven't been too many kills yet, right? There has been a little bit of fighting, and I think we're gonna have a little bit more fighting. Alright, the initiation is coming up. The Night Stalker coming in from the back. Doom! Cast on the Skyriff Mage. They're gonna work on the Lifestealer. Skyriff is just forced to retreat out. But I don't know why the Lifestealer jumped into the Skyriff. That was a terrible target. Anti-Mage ultimate used. We've got the... Wait, shit. What is even happening here? This is just such a clusterfuck. Like, look at this fight. This is just such a mess. Look at this quality fucking team fight, right? It's just everybody get in here. Group hug. Group hug. Why do you just stand there like that? What was the logic, man? Here I go trying to cast that, but... I suppose not. It's probably best that way, honestly. It's probably best. Anti-Mage still working on his Battle Fury. I mean, he's got his Perseverance, so... He's like... a third of the way there. It's only 16 minutes into the game, so it's not like really you can expect much more, right? Doom, in the meantime, maxing out the Infernal Blade. Why? Like, seriously, like, for the love of God, why? It is not that useful. Like, especially compared to the other abilities. You get 80 Devour bonus gold. 80 Devour bonus gold. That is so nutty. Well, alright. I mean, if you say so, I just find that very questionable. Tower taking quite a bit of damage here. Bane teleports in. Scarf Mage. Oh, it drops a little bit of damage. Oh, the Fiend's Grip on the itemization. No follow-up, though. They just don't have the damage. Actually, they do. There we go. Night Stalker doesn't feel like sacrificing his HP to help out the anti-mage. No, fuck that shit. Nah, I don't need to do that. Why would I need to do that then? They're just gonna retreat out. Dragon Knight is looking kind of silly. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. Replays, ladies and gentlemen. Replays. I mean, at least we do have replays. That's an improvement over other games. I suppose. Maybe. Lifestealer continues to grind in the jungle here. I mean, he's almost got his armlet. So, I guess eventually he'll have money. It's the thing, right? Like, he's just sitting in this jungle and he's like slowly getting powerful. That's because nobody bothers to check on him. There's nobody that even cares. He's level 7. He's level 7. Right? Like, Lifestealer's still at the bottom here. But he doesn't give a damn. He's happy. He's in the jungle. He doesn't need anything else. Right? This is perfectly fine with him. He's not gonna pick up his armlet. Got a little bit of a gank in the mid lane though. The Pudge. Slowed down. Alright, takes some damage. Blocked by the Bane immediately. And then the Skyrim frees from the sleep. Oh no! No! Come on! What was that? That was the worst gank I've ever seen! Oh my god, okay, there's the slow, right? Okay, the nuke comes in, blocked by the Bane. Skyrim immediately frees the Pudge from the sleep. And then just fucking dies. Oh my god, that was the worst gank I have ever seen. That means I'm at the top. The Lifestealer's being chased down. May actually die here. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. So the Doom's damage output, I guess, coming in handy. He does have that high level Infernal Blade, so yeah. The trap, that should be a kill. Right, I don't really see any way for him to survive this. Yeah, down he goes. Meantime, Anti-Mage picked off by the Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight ready to fight. Asleep on the OD. Fiend Script immediately cancelled on the Doom because why would you need to finish channeling that? It doesn't do anything. And down goes the Doom. Now there is still an OD here. Silenced up. Look at that. Fancy new technology. And Scarf Mage gets that kill. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, the Bane just instantly cancelling the Fiend Script because, that's alright. That's right. That's Gucci with us, right? Dragon Knight is actually going for Saint Yasha, I think. So that's terrible, right? As Dragon Knight, what you really want is like Armlet. Armlet is awesome on that hero. I personally like Helm of the Dominator a lot, just to like go really disgusting on the health region. But you don't really have to do that. Armlet is great though. BKB, Blink Dagger, Shadow Blade, like those kind of things. Alright, Dragon Knight is a naturally very powerful hero. He doesn't really need that much in terms of items to become very scary. But he doesn't scale super well. Alright, so that's kind of the thing with Dragon Knight. So what you want to do with that guy is you want to just grind it up a bit in the early game and then be active, look for kills and initiate. That's the thing. Dragon Knight is a hero that can very safely initiate just because he's so tanky. Like, he doesn't die. So Dragon Knight just blinks in, stuns the guy, and then if the enemy blows the entire load of spells all over the Dragon Knight's face, Dragon Knight is just like, yummy. Alright, like, he's just very happy to eat all of that up. Now let's move on from that analogy, and we have a Doom. We have a Doom. I'm not sure what the Doom is doing, but it seems like he's working on drums. Kind of late for that. I wouldn't really. So at this stage, like, the thing is, items are quite questionable, right? Like, again, the Pudge, I don't really mind the hood. I think that's fine. Pipe, I think, would be reasonable this game as well. Anti-Mage, of course, working on his Battle Fury. That's what you want to see. You have a Doom going for the Vladimirs. I can actually somewhat agree with the Vladimirs. I don't really like the drums on top of that, right? I feel like Vladimirs and drums, they're kind of like really like, you either get, you get one of them. You get one of them. Okay, the Doom, he is hasted, but the haste immediately runs out and he just dies. Is he just dead? Oh no, the hook, the sleep. Ah no, they cancelled again. No, what was that? No, don't run back into. Okay, it's fine. He's good. The Dragon Knight. Okay, the Fiend Scrap comes out. The Bane, he's actually gonna finish channeling it. No, why did you jump into him? You need to hit that guy. Okay, there we go. Lifestealer starts hitting the punch and down he goes. In the meantime, the Doom actually managed to die to the Necroforce. That is interesting. Alright, yeah, I guess so. Wait, what happened over here? So the Doom is just hiding in the jungle now, and then runs into him. Alright. So now we learned that. These fights are just beautiful, man. Like, this is my favorite part. Look at this. The coordination between the Bane and the Skywrath is really just a work of art. Look at that. Okay, here we go. The sleep immediately blocks the damage from the slow, prevents the slow. Immediately cancels him out of the sleep, wastes the Mystic Flare, and just straight up dies. While the Bane is like, oh, there's a guy half the map away, let me help here. Oh no, wait! The Skyrim mage just like, let me help. Oh no, let me leave. Oh no, I want to come back in. Oh no, oh, everybody's dead. And that's what happened. And, yes. I feel like Lifesteal was just maybe trying to maximize his damage, like with the Infest. I don't really know, man. Like, the thing about Infest, okay, so Infest does do some damage, right? And at higher levels, it's not even that weak, but okay, it's still pretty weak, right? Like, it just doesn't do that much damage. It's a decent chunk at level 3. 400 is going to matter, right? But it's not a Laguna Blade by any means. What you use Infest for is getting close to enemies, right? You infest a guy, that guy gets close to the enemy for you, you come out, there's a little bit of burst damage, and you just start eating them up. That is the point of Infest. And so using it in the middle of the fight for that extra burst is actually not even that horrible sometimes, right? Sometimes you're just in a situation where you're like, oh, well, I need a little bit of extra burst to close out that kill. In that scenario, I can definitely see that being worthwhile. However, you shouldn't just, like, blow it on people if you can just hit them instead. Because your attacks actually do usually more damage. Lifestealer hits really, really hard. That's one of the strong features this hero has. Right? Like, he deals a lot of damage. And especially this early on infesting, doesn't quite keep up with that, right? So unless you really needed to, like, bridge a gap or... you know, there can be scenarios. That right there wasn't one of them. Anti-Mage, by the way, is the lowest net worth on this team. One of the lowest net worths in the game. Which is a little bit unfortunate. Skywrath Mage, however, is the lowest net worth in the game. Which I find quite impressive considering he did have a solo lane that wasn't really that well contested. Doom is now hiding over here. He's getting ready to fight. Alright, the sleep on the Night Stalker. No, stop doing that. That doesn't work. Oh, nice hook. Oh, nice trap. No, that ultimate was alright, I guess. It hit a bunch of people. Doesn't do that much damage, though. Doom coming in. Oh, he puts out a Doom on the Bane, who already blew everything he had. Hook again. No, punch. Alright. Trap. I think OD trapped himself. Yeah, he's gonna go down here. There's almost no way he survives this. Yup, that should secure the kill. In the meantime, over here, the Punch is fighting it out with Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight gets popped. Sleep on the Anti-Mage, who takes a little bit of damage. Lifesteal is now here, activates the Rage, looking for more. Sadly, enemies just kind of walk away from him, and then that's that. Look at this thrilling chase. Lifestealer. Oh, I can't get there. I can't get there because I have treads and not face boots. That's why you need face boots on that hero, man. Like, that's the important thing, because Lifestealer just cannot get there. That's also why it's very important you max out open wounds. Right? Like, open wounds allows you to actually have cast range if you max it out. That's the thing that scales. And I understand that, like, on a scrub level, you look at that and you're like, oh, does that really matter? But yes, it is huge. It is so significant to have that higher cast range. It makes all the difference in the world. Absolutely. Right, you gotta max out open wounds. Well, admittedly, the problem with Lifestealer is not so much a skill build, although I don't necessarily agree with it. But I don't see that as the main issue. The main issue is that he is the lowest level in the game. Right, that is the problem. He's level 11 by 25 minutes. That is really the main concern. And that happens if you jungle, and if you jungle inefficiently. You just don't get as much experience. You just don't get as much farm, right? Like, his farm is somewhat alright. It's still not great by any means, but oh well. Patch now picking up a pipe. He's starting to get really tanky. He also has quite a bunch of flesh heap going on, which is pretty decent. Going for the 15 movement speed over the armor. Honestly, I don't really like that too much. Like, from my experience with Patch, you really always want to just go for the armor. Patch doesn't have much armor. You can see right now he's sitting at 8. It's really not that significant. Upping that to 13 is a big boost. Right, and the 15 movement speed, I mean, as Patch, you really don't care about that. I mean, hopefully you get a blink dagger at some point anyway, and then like 15 movement speed just don't really matter. Right? Also, you don't... Like, I mean, if you ever get close to people, you can just slow them and eat them and all of that. Anti-Mage got his Battle Fury, finally. I mean, it's about time. So there's creeps down here. Let's actually follow this Anti-Mage around a little bit until the next fight. And then I can, like, show you what you're supposed to do. So, currently Anti-Mage is missing last hits, right? You can see he's got 1 out of that entire creep wave, which is just god-awful. Then there's the next creep wave coming, which you should know based on the timer, right? So he's just missing out on this farm. Now he's finally coming over here, but he could already have farmed this creep wave. He gets 1 of the last hits. 2, okay. Alright, 3, and he still missed 1. You shouldn't miss any of these. This is very important. So you should again know that the next creep wave is coming soon. So what you then do is you blink over here, you kill this camp, right? Well, you could have been there faster than OD, but you kill that camp. Preferably before the respawn hits, right? Then you go into the lane, you farm this creep wave. Get all of the last hits again. Now this stage, the camp should have respawned. So you go over here, you clear this, right? You clear this, and I think at this stage you really gotta like just clean out all of the jungle really quick. I mean, you're Anti-Mage, you're really good at that, right? You can very efficiently do that. So at this stage, I assume you have cleared out the entire jungle, right? So you should be somewhere around here. Now you gotta look where is the most farm. And that seems to be clearly the top lane. They're currently pushing the tower, right? There's a big creep wave there. So you start rotating into the top and you start farming. You may notice the Anti-Mage is still sitting at the bottom here. Like, I personally would have been up here. This is where I want to be. I don't want to be down there. I want to be up here. Alright. We've got a Fiend's Grip, Skyriff ultimate combo. They finally managed to pull it off and the OD goes down. So that's pretty good. Right, but now he's going into the jungle. Again, this camp was blocked by inefficient killing. You always gotta keep the timer in mind. You gotta keep the timer in mind. Look at the timer. If you see, okay, well, it's almost like 27, 29, all of that. Then you say, okay, I'm gonna wait with that kill. I'm gonna wait until I know it, well, I'm gonna wait. Like, I'm gonna stack it. Right? I'm gonna stack it and then I'm gonna kill it. Or you say, I'm gonna kill it really quick and then just go kill it again later. But you gotta keep that in mind. Right? It's just money that's missing. So he kills that. Now there's a creep wave in the mid, which he should go and kill. This right here. Right, so that's a pretty opportune moment. And not only is there a creep wave here, you should also know that the next creep wave is coming soon. Right, again, these timers are always the same. They're always the same. You should always be aware of them. Patch goes down. Alright, seems we got a bit of a fight. I'm excited. Are you excited? I am excited. Alright, Dragon Knight's just sitting here. He's just chilling, just hitting people. We got Necrophos coming in as well. He just decides to not do anything. Not doing anything sounds fine to him. He gets the ultimate off on the Anti-Mage. Doom is now in the middle of the fight and dies. And that's a team wipe. What? What was that? Why did you all just die like that? Okay, well, there goes him. And the Anti-Mage is, of course, completely useless. He doesn't have jack shit for money. Night Stalker gets dropped as well. Yeah, they just all fucking died. I mean... Okay. Down goes the Doom. Who's going for Mjolnir? That's terrible. Please don't ever buy that on Doom. That is... Why even? I don't even see a reason why you would possibly want to have that item. That is very pointless. Also... Replays! Yeah! No, but, right, like, these kind of farming rotations on an Anti-Mage are very, very important, right? And you always gotta keep these timers in mind. Like, you can see right here. Right, it's now 48, 50, something like that. Right, if you don't have a natural feeling for where the creeps are, because which honestly is perfectly reasonable. Right, like I personally have been playing the game forever. I just kind of know where the creeps are, I don't really have to think about it. But if you haven't been playing for as long as me, which is likely, which by the way is a good thing. I'm not trying to like sound elitist. If you haven't been playing the game as long as me, thank fucking God, you shouldn't. Right? Like, you really had a much better time playing other video games, I assume. Also, there's a huge creep wave down here that nobody's farming, right? Doom is now incoming. Alright, we got some TPs down here. It's very important that somebody takes this, right? So that's actually good play from the anti-mage team. So, as I was saying though, then you just look at the timers, right? And you can figure them out very easily, right? So you can see right here, we already looked at this. It's again at like 48. About 48, 50, something like that there here. Alright, down here, about 50, they are at this part of the river, this camp. When does this clash up here? Okay, it looks like at about the full. Alright, like about 60, 55, something like that. That's really all you gotta know. Just gotta have a feeling for where the creep waves are. And you don't need to see them, because the creep waves are always coming in the exact same way. And if there isn't anything obstructing them, then they don't have a reason to change. Right, they won't just suddenly not come. They'll always be there. And you can plan around that. Right? So you don't need to see a creep wave to plan for it. And that's an important thing that you need to incorporate into your farming rotation. It's very, very valuable. Right? So anti-mage right here. This is, for example, something where I think prioritizing this over this is not wrong. Or actually right. Because this camp you still have over a minute to kill. Right, you've got plenty of time. This right here, any creeps that die that you don't get the last hits on, you just don't get the last hits on. That's just it. You can't recover it either. Well, you could clear this, kill this later, still get the full amount of money from this here. Alright? These kind of things are really important. Now there's a creep wave in the mid. As carries, you also, this is a very important thing, you always want to move while farming. Right, or you always want to farm while moving, I guess, right? Don't ever just go in a straight line to somewhere. Always take, like, the little side tours to just get some more creeps. It's very important. Anti-mage going for Mantis Style. Alright, I saw him put a Basher in there earlier, which is terrible. Please get Mantis Style. Mantis Style and Anti-mage are so valuable. This game I would even consider an Aghanim's. I think Aghanim's wouldn't be half bad. Right, I actually quite like the Aghanim's in this game, but that's just me, right? Oh, of course, Mantis Style first, anyway. Mantis Style is just too important. OD has a Hurricane Pike. Apart from the fact that he should have a lot more money than that, that's actually a good choice. The Punch goes in right here, hits a hook. They're gonna kill the Bane. Bane ends up not dying, though. He's quite alright. Yeah, that's the thing about OD, right? This ultimate just isn't that good if you don't have a lot of intelligence because you're not that farmed. Alright, down here we've got the Punch finally going down. A sleep cast on Dragon Knight. You can cancel the sleep. You can cancel the sleep! You can cancel the sleep! Oh my god. Bane goes down. And this is another one of those beautiful fights where everybody's just standing there and beating into each other. Lifestealer actually does a lot of damage now though. Like, he's actually pretty powerful. He's fighting it out. I mean, he's got the Shrine even. Going up against 4. The silence is gonna last too long though, and down goes the Night Stalker. So now 4 people from the Dire are dead. Randomly. I don't even get these fights anymore, man. They're just running at each other. Doom getting lightnings. Why? Why? I don't get it. I actually really don't. It doesn't even make sense with crit, because you cannot crit lightnings. Yeah, it's just not very reasonable. Night Stalker, interesting. Face boots into straight assault cuirass. Okay. I suppose so. What other items do we have? We've got the Night Stealer. He's just getting what the guide is telling him to, so he's probably going to desolate the next. Dragon Knight also picking up an early assault cuirass. Sage and Yasha. This is quite interesting. We've got Mecha Lincolns now on the Necro. You know what, even though I don't really like the Lincolns too much, I get why, right? He just doesn't want to get doomed or silenced, and that seems reasonable, right? It does seem reasonable. It's just, as Necro, I don't know. Like, Lincolns is just an item I find too defensive if you're going for mecha and such, right? You want to, like, actually be a little bit more active with the hero, in my opinion, but I don't think it's a bad choice, actually. It seems reasonable enough. And then we have the Bane here. Oh yeah, his stuff is all quite reasonable. The Scarf Mage going Aghanims, okay. Well, that is weird. Don't quite see the reason for that, but alright. OD coming in here. He's got a double damage, invisibility too. He wants to beat up the Bane. No, you have a double damage! You want to beat him up! Okay. Well, there comes the sleep. Bane's still gonna go down. Alright. I mean, it kind of works, because, like, his team actually got a chance to come in easier and such. So it's probably even a better play, but it's just like, come on, hit a guy. You can do it, I believe in you. Finally a push, look at this. It's 36 minutes into the game and somebody's actually starting to push. Hook comes out, misses completely. Putch just gets jumped. Yeah, he's gonna go down right here. Scarf Mage ultimate misses mostly. Anti-Mage also gonna be popped. They're looking for more, but Dragonite doesn't really have any mana. So also doesn't have any initiation tool, right? Like, do you see the lack of blink daggers? Right, no blink daggers, no initiation. No initiation, you just cannot catch anybody ever. Alright, like, if your enemy team just decides to run away, then I guess you have to put up with that, because you just do not have the tools needed to catch them. That's why blink daggers are so valuable. Okay, they doom the Dragonite, and Dragonite is certainly dead. He was mildly abandoned by his team, so yes, that's something that can definitely happen here. Alright, Aghanims is coming out on the Skyro soon. Again, same deal here. Gotta make sure you actually get those last hits. There's so much money, it's just completely wasted. It's just completely wasted. Talking about wasted money, look at this big creep wave down here. Somebody should farm it. The Night Stalker doesn't have a TP, he doesn't feel like it's worth TPing down here. It absolutely is worth TPing down here. Anti-Mage sees that and he plays it right. Yeah. The Anti-Mage actually comes into this bottom lane and he starts farming it. And that's the right call. 100% of the time you want to do that. That's a lot of money, it's a lot of experience. Right, like Anti-Mage is still not doing well, but he's actually level 20 now. Like, that is one of the higher ones in the game. It's in fact the highest one. That's because he's actually farming these creep waves. The creep waves give a lot of experience. Invisibility on the Bane. He sleeps one. Oh, a Lifestealer hiding inside of this Scarf Mage. He just gets murdered. Oh, rest in peace, man. Yeah, he I don't know. He was very optimistic there. At the same time, he didn't have much of a choice. I mean, he was hiding inside of the Skywrath, right? Like, he has to come out as the Skywrath dies. So, Skywrath dies, and Lifestealer's forced to come out, and then he dies too. So that's a good pick-off. 2 for 1. No, we'll absolutely take it. So at this stage, I mean, this game is still fairly even, honestly. Right? Like, both teams kind of going at it. Radiant has a mild advantage, but I wouldn't even really consider this much of one. At almost 40 minutes, it doesn't quite matter. Although, admittedly, in this game, this much advantage is actually probably... Like, in the pro game, if we, like, relate the net worths, like the current net worth, team net worth, compared to the net worth difference, this is probably like a 20,000 difference or something like that. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know how relevant that is. Well, OD goes down. Poor little guy, didn't really stand much of a chance, but that's what happened. It's gonna be a Shadowblade on Necrophos, which is weird. Guys, Blink Dagger is really good. It's a very good item. I very much recommend Blink Daggers. Just like in general. They're really good. Guess you guys don't really like them though, so... I mean... Alright. That makes you happy. That makes you happy. And something I also don't understand. This obsession with Sanctioned Yasha. Sanctioned Yasha is just not a good item. It's just not good. I mean, it just doesn't give you much. I wouldn't recommend Sanctioned Yasha. Just in general. So, I'm not quite sure why so many people buy it. Right? Like, they insist on getting it on, like, every single hero. Well, Lifestealer hasn't gotten one. Although, Lifestealer would actually be one of the few heroes where I say, yeah, I guess Ancient Yasha on this guy is maybe decent. Right, there's a few. Troll Warlord, I can kind of see it if you really want it, right? Lifestealer, same DLD. Doom is still top net worth. It's not too surprising. I mean, Doom has it easier with farm, right? You just click Q on a creep and then you got it. I wonder if you I wonder what he's gonna take. Like the Devour can target Ancients or 40 Doom DPS. I mean, he's not really going for a heavy Doom build with Aghanims and such, so I personally think like Devour can target Ancients might be the better call. I just kind of want to see it in action. At the same time, this guy very much loves his wolf aura, right? We know that from earlier. Well, you're just waiting. This is terrible. Why are you just waiting for this, man? I guess you don't have anything better to do. And then at the enemy shop at that, you're just gonna wait for it. I mean, you're getting close, I guess. Now he's forced to retreat. Putch in the meantime just chilling over here. He picked up a Blink Dagger, so that's good. Right, I'll Blink Dagger on Putch. It's just MVP, man. The item is so strong. He's working on Aghanims as well. So this guy is just making some pretty reasonable decisions, I think. I don't know what this guy's doing, though. How does this keep happening? Like, why is he always this deep into enemy territory on his own and just kind of, like, dies? What did you expect was going to happen? This is what I wonder. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Come on, man. Like, what is that? Yeah, it's just suicide. That's absolutely just suicide. And he goes for the Doom DPS. So he really doesn't want to give up his pack lead aura. Well, I guess he is clicking on people. He does have a Mjolnir after all. Yeah, at this point we're back to the noodling stage. This always happens in these games. Always happens. Just a bunch of noodling. That's alright though. It's probably not gonna keep going much longer. Although admittedly it could. We could be here for another fucking hour. Right? I don't really think so, but we very well could. Man. Yeah, this is always where I'm not quite sure what to talk about. Which is why I always talk about how I'm not sure what I'm supposed to talk about, right? But, I guess, yeah. Anti-Mage now gets his bashes. So, that's a good item build, right? Abyssal Blade makes a lot of sense. It's very powerful, lets him fight. Afterwards, probably a Butterfly would be strong. That all makes sense, right? These are all very reasonable decisions. We've got the OD. Just kind of continues his grind. He keeps feeding. Right, and I'm just gonna call it that. Like, dying on your own up here, that is feeding. And that's just terrible. What is going to happen? His OD isn't even powerful enough to solo anybody. And his damage output just isn't high enough. And OD can do it. I mean, if you get Hex and, like, a Soul Cross or some stuff like that. Right, like, OD can definitely have massive damage output that allows him to solo kill people. The way this guy's trying to do. It's just, he can't do it because he doesn't have the damage output. He's not farmed enough. The hook misses. The Lycia is inside of the Dragon Knight though, so you gotta be careful there. Scarf Mage uses his ultimate. Alright. No, ultimate, what am I saying? His concussive shot here. Oh right, the Scarf Mage Aghanims is a little bit different now. Still wanna try it in Angel Arena. Yeah, Doom goes down too. Yeah, these guys just kind of keep getting picked off like that. I mean, Putch is not that big of a deal. He did take the respawn time talent. So he'll be fine. But, yeah. Itemization continues farming. He's very close to the Abyssal Blade. I mean, Abyssal Blade is one of the strongest items you can really have. Just in general, it is so good. It is so good. It's also gonna be nice here, right? It allows him so many extra plays. And, oh, Night Stalker caught out. He's just gonna die. Yeah, this guy's dead. Anti-Mage activates his illusions. Try and scare the dire side away or, you know, do a little bit of damage. Either way, he ends up being fine. Putch even hooks him out of there. So it seems like the dire is actually ramping up for a push now. Right, I mean, they very well might be able to do it. They're still behind, but I mean, winning those fights definitely, you know, gives them a bit of an edge. Night Stalker is still dead. Dragon Knight does have his ultimate OD. He's invisible. Knowing this guy is just gonna like, yep, there he goes. He's just going in. Putch is dead. OD is dead. Anti-mage just barely survives, activates the shrine. Doom is back alive as well, but mid barracks goes down. Look at how quick that is, right? I mean, that's what happened. 45 minutes, everybody's so powerful. No barracks have died yet. Doom just runs in and dies. Come on, guys! You can't do that! Not like this! Yeah, no, I think that's game. I think that's it. Yep. Mid tower goes down. The hook. Lifestealer. I mean, doesn't really matter, does it? Anti-mage dies. And they're going to just kill the shrine. On the shrine, ancient. Yeah, no, that's just game. Well, if they wait to actually kill the ancient, yeah. No. What just happened? At least they only had to push once. I guess so. Oh my god. You know, at the end of these games, I'm always unsure if I should be happy or miserable. I think right now I'm on the side of miserable, but oh well. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. A shitcast again. Please, as per always, leave your replays down below. Alright, leave a description. Leave a rating. And now I'm leaving. So goodbye.